What's good with y'all? What's good? What's good? Y'all, what's good? What's good? We tuning in for another video, and man, today we finna take a good little drive and Meech. Good little evening drive, man. It looked like it was finna get with it early today, which I was gonna drive, but this is an even better time cause it's cooler now. But I will say I was gonna drive it earlier, really 2 days ago. 2 days ago, y'all. Come out here, you on Facebook, man. That little stuff that be happening like that, I catch a little story. Man, I come out here, battery slap dead. Joking, they say nothing. I said, I believe I left the park lights on. Yeah, I believe I had left them park lights on, really. Ever since we got back from the track, cause I hadn't cranked it up. And y'all know the alternator working. We know that charging. We know the battery's on good, so I had left something on, but we're gonna roll, man. We might, I was gonna wait to put some more pump gas in it, but I might just go ahead now because I gotta get a fuel pump and all that stuff, you know, all that other stuff, which I ain't gonna have time for this week. I thought I would, but I'm not. I doubt it. So I'm like, might as well put some pump gas in it, dry. So we're gonna hit the gas station. All right, BCG fam, we got Meech back out. Gonna ride a little bit. We actually might be good on gas though. I'm saying that right now we might be good on gas. You know, tell them we get the moving. All right, BCG fam, we made it to the gas station. Just filled up. It was about full, so it didn't take much. It didn't burn too much. I see it's up there to the top, so still full of pump gas, so we might be straight for a while. So we're gonna hop back in and take off. BCG fam, we made it back. Time to put the joker up. Nice little ride. Nice little ride tonight. It made me 2 hits too. Cut these lights off so I can line these boards up, y'all. Do BCG fam. Y'all see I got the hood off Meech. I literally just finished installing the oil pressure line. Cause my oil pressure, y'all probably seen in the videos, it bounces a lot on this line. I checked the gauge first, but the line down at the fitting had been leaking, which means it had a pinhole in it. It was wet back there, but it's a lot more consistent now. It bounces a little bit, which you gonna do that, cause I have a high pressure and high volume fuel pump. It's 2 in 1. It's a high volume, high pressure pump. I really need a bigger diameter line, which I'm gonna have to get from Summit. I wanna go to a braided line. My pressure will be more consistent at lower RPMs. But I got oil pressure. The pump is working right, so it's just that you'll really see what's going on in real time. When that joker jump up there, it's up there. Matter of fact, let me show y'all what I'm talking about. I just crumped this thing up, so let me show y'all. My older daughter, she being silly. She don't know I'm recording, y'all. Let me show y'all what I'm talking about. So then that thing was loose too. The bracket was loose, done vibrated. So I had to tighten it up. Pressure pump, but the pressure, of course, I mean, well, some of y'all might not know, but with high pressure, you need a bigger diameter line. Actually would help with the reading. High volume is cool, I mean, no problem, but high volume and high pressure, that line just not big enough. But I need to get that leak straightened out. So I just did that. I'm gonna switch the line out again when I get a braided line, and that'll be that. But I'm finna close the shop up. We're gonna see what we get into next. All right, BCG fam. It's yet another day. I told y'all we combine them, we just all over the place. But we are up here at Summit Racing. Summit Racing, man, going to get the parts. I got the hungry lady with me.
Yes, y'all. Y'all know.
Hey, y'all.
I'm always hungry.
Man, I'm gonna tell y'all what just happened.
I like
Let me gotta tell them what happened. Look, man, when we come up here to Summit, sometimes we get wings from JR Cricket.
Which are good wings.
They good, but
Yeah,
they prices. They the best wing now. I ain't taste nothing better. But they prices every time, like we done saw the increase. It's just outrageous. So, you know, we placed the order, 100 wing, cause we get something for the family. Man, I said when they called back in, cause they usually make her pay with beforehand. They didn't, so they called right back. She like, let me see the card. Gave her the card. I said, hey, ask her how much it is. Man, them folks said 172.
That's just,
it's outrageous.
Yeah.
I said, ain't no food that good, man. No. I said, I don't kill. Let's cancel it. So she was like, we're gonna cancel. I said, yeah, cancel that. Yeah. So, man, we about up here. I'm like, I'm still talking about it. I said, this crazy. We still talking about it. I said, I gotta get some gas. Y'all, I turned so short. The whole truck jumped the curb. Boom! I said, oh, man. I said, oh, man. But look, man, we finna get in here because we trying to beat the weather too, the storm. We already got the order. They put a fuel system stuff for the nitrous. So we're gonna get that thing installed. So it's gonna go into yet another day. But y'all stay tuned. We'll check back in. BCG fam, we got it all locked out. Lots of goodies back there. Then we're gonna get back, see if we can get back around the way because thunderstorm is coming again. We've been getting some storms cause y'all know Hurricane Aaron is on the East Coast and it's a 500+ mile wide hurricane. So we catching some of that. So we're gonna get on back and see what we get into. BCG fam. We back. Look at it. Y'all see it's a rainy day, man. It's a rainy day. Look at the garden, boy. The garden getting watered real good today. But y'all, I'm out here working. Got a customer I gotta meet with a carburetor. I just wrapped up his Proform 750, which is in the house. I wrapped up a Dominator. I had to do some correction. Somebody plugged off the low-speed air bleeds, and it was running crazy. So I gotta clean this stuff up and get their main body and stuff out. This is one I have for sale. Y'all gonna be looking for one. This is a nice quick fuel 850. That's gonna be for sale. That's a bad unit. Once I get it done. But let me show y'all what I bought from Summit. And maybe we'll get started on today. But this joker here, something is for sure killing the battery. Alternator work, everything good. I came out, tried to crank it yesterday. Battery is dead. So I gotta find out what is pulling on the battery. It's something that has a constant draw that is for sure killing the battery. And I don't know what it is, but I'm gonna have to find it. Because something is definitely killing the battery. But let me show y'all what we got. All right. So, and I gotta tell y'all, man. I be putting up stories. Let's see. Turn y'all in. I be putting up stories on Facebook, you know, day to day doing my stuff when I'm working. And I put up a story about my oil pressure gauge because I have a high pressure, high volume oil pump. It's both. I had a gentleman, man, in my stores, in my inbox, trying to argue me up and down. I was like, man, he, for whatever reason, he wanted something to be wrong with my engine. I don't know why. I mean, I didn't get mad at him, because, you know, we shouldn't get mad at people, man. I mean, they just, when I say I really follow the Lord wholeheartedly, I mean that. And I don't be getting mad with people. I ain't getting mad with him, but I was trying to educate him on some things, but he just didn't want to hear it. And so I feel like it's a good educational moment for people. So, people, I think somebody might have pointed out in one of the vlogs before, like, Jay, why your gauge bounce around? Because my oil pressure gauge, it bounces around. Now, the old setup, it didn't. Why is that? I had a high volume oil pump. And the gentleman didn't realize that, I guess he thought I just put this together. Been running it 2 months now, over 2 months. I don't know how many passes I done made on it. The thing gets shifted at 7,000 RPM on motor. And no knock. But anywho, so I was trying to tell him, where is that? Oh, it's over here. All right, quick explanation. Now, there is absolutely, I want y'all to listen. There's absolutely nothing wrong with the oil pump in Meech. All right? There's nothing wrong with the oil pressure gauge, which I discovered. I bought one. I did this, I didn't put it in the vlog because I was just quick. So I made stories and put the stories up on Facebook. But I wanted to make sure my gauge wasn't bad or the line. And I discovered I actually had a pinhole leak in the line. So that affected. But so I'm gonna take the gauge back that I bought, get my money back because my gauge is okay. Which ultimately I was like, I was gonna change it. And I bought one yesterday. I'm gonna show y'all why I changed it. So what's happening is I'm not getting an accurate oil pressure reading. Not that the engine doesn't have adequate oil pressure or oiling, it's that the reflection on the gauge is not accurate. People that have ran high pressure pumps, well, high pressure and high volume oil pump, because they got they got 4 oil pumps that people mostly use. You got your standard volume, your standard oil pump. You got high volume, and I use milling oil pumps, which most people use. You got your high volume, which is pretty much your standard stuff in a performing engine, what people use. That's what's in Dolo. And then you have a high pressure pump, and then you have a high pressure and high volume pump, which is what is in Meech. All right. So as far as the reading, now you see this your typical oil line for your gauge, which it comes with a nylon line, but you know, this is pretty typical right here. So now you take this, turn this in. Now you see how small that is. This is about the size of a coffee straw. Really no diameter to it. All right. Now when you're talking about, imagine setting your air compressor and your blower to 55 PSI or 50 PSI, right? And putting this up to it and blowing through it, or holding the compressor, holding the blower about from here and blowing into there. Or you think you're gonna get all 55 of that glory coming out the other end of this? No, you're gonna feel it, but you ain't gonna get all of it. So that's part of the issue. All right. So the other reason, like I said, is like this the old line. I'm not finna get my hands all dirty, but that's the old line I took off. I put a new one on, and it helped it a little bit, but it still bounces a little bit. But I knew ultimately I needed dash 4 line. So I got this. This stuff ain't cheap either, but I want accurate reading. I love data. I got to have my data accurate. So we got the new oil pressure gauge, right? But the reason I got auto meter, they make great gauges first off. And then this is the line. Now, you can make a dash 4 line, go to them smaller gauges, but man, by the time you get all the stuff together that you need to make this joint work, you're like, all right. So that's a dash 4. That's a dash 4 line. See the difference? This is the size they use when you are running a small nitrous shot. Like a small kit, they come with about this diameter nitrous line. Dash 4, so they'll get that, and I'm gonna show the difference once I get it installed. But here's what we have. So we got the bypass fuel pressure regulator, air motor. This gonna be the new stuff for the nitrous system. Now looking at and reading about it, which I know about them because I run these. Well, I got a different style on Dolo, Meech for the main fuel system. But I didn't realize this thing had 4 inlets and outlets because you can use them either way. This is your return outlet. This for the return to go back to the fuel cell. So I got one block, but now I need another block to block that off. So there's that. That's the spring to make it high pressure. It's set for low pressure, but it can run high pressure. It can regulate high pressure too. You just have to change the spring in it. So that's a good thing. I need a pump that's gonna be able to supply the pressure I need. So I had to change the pump. And here is the new fuel pump that we're gonna be using for the nitrous. So you got the air motor, the A2000. This is not a pump if you want to be driving your car a long way. So for a high horsepower street car, I would not recommend this pump. I'm just saying, it's not one of those ones that's for continuous long distance. And then you got all your fittings and dash 8 holes for the return and all the good stuff. So that's what we picked up yesterday. Now the problem is, when I took it out, I noticed the outlet on this pump is on the opposite side than the outlet on my old pump. And I was actually looking to reuse the line that's coming out the tank to the pump. But I'm gonna have to figure something out. So that's why I'm like, now I feel like I may run into a problem. I got some braided line left over. I can't remember what size. I'm gonna check. But if I don't have, cause I didn't buy nothing but 10-foot dash 8. But even if I have enough dash 8 holes, I don't have enough fittings because I would need 2 hose ends, and they're gonna put a hold up on things. But yeah, I'm out here, man. We about to take this customer's car about to clean it so I can get it cleaned up. We got to get it shipped back to Mississippi. Just came in yesterday, and I'm trying to have him done today. I try to give people quick turnaround. So, But yeah, man. So at Ford Dolo, you know what? I'm gonna make another vlog so y'all know about all that. But let me get this copy. BCG fam. So we got the hood off. This is the dilemma I think I'm gonna have, but I just kind of set the fuel pump up here to kind of see. I might be able to get by. Cause I got some real estate right here. I can slide it down, but I did want to use these same mounting holes because I think they're gonna be the same distance apart. I have to cut that off. We got a good thick wire already, so I'm gonna just run off of that. That's gonna be easy. So we're gonna get the connections, we're gonna get it disconnected, get it taken off at least, cause I'm finna have to be in and out. Cause I gotta meet somebody. Oh, tight. I gotta meet somebody to so he can pick up his carburetor that I wrapped up. So you know, we got that. Oh boy, wait a minute. Ooh, we don't need that. Thing still got some fuel in it, boy. I don't need that, boy. They'll eat the gas. I mean, eat the cover, the coating on the floor up, man. I be having to hurry up. God almighty. Let's see. But yeah, that's what we got going on, y'all. Let me put a towel right here and get this thing disconnected. So I'm gonna have to take off in a minute. So y'all stay locked. BCG fam, we back. It's another day. Man, I was gonna take the fuel pump off, reached in the bag. I got a super nasty cut on my finger, man. That thing almost wouldn't stop bleeding. And that kind of put a halt on things for that day for sure. Got a nasty cut by a razor. So you know, that was that. But we back at it. Got everything, all the lines off. Yeah, regulator screws straight in. So we got to hit these 2 bolts, get the whole pump out. Then I'm gonna get the other pump prepped. And I actually think these mounting holes gonna still work for the new air motor pump. Actually think they're gonna work fine. So, and we're just gonna ground right here like it is. So you know it's gonna be smooth. But and we already got thick enough power wire, so that's good. But let's zip this thing off. I'm gonna have to take that off, I know. And cause we gotta make a new line call. Me and wifey ended up going to Summit again yesterday just for these 3 pieces. But I didn't feel like doing today. I wanted to get here today and get to work and get it all hooked up and done. So I got 2 more fittings and some more -8 line. I gotta run this customer's card, but the wifey battery needed charging. I finished building it Saturday, so gotta run it. That's $850. Gonna be for sale. I got a bill. So you know, pretty busy. But y'all stay tuned. Let's get this old pump off. Righty, we got that off. We got the old setup off. We're gonna need to rock those fittings right there. We gotta take those out. We need those. And we're gonna put these in the new pump. So yeah, we're gonna take all these. So we got 1, 2. Yeah, we're gonna take all those. We don't need that on the floor. Remember, boy, I said, take it there, boy, pull all the coating off the floor. I'm gonna grab them, y'all, then we're gonna mock up the new BCG fam. I went and had to search like crazy, first of all, to find some bolts to keep from going to parts, though. Through the bolt bin, boy, that thing, plenty of bolts, which I got 2. Excuse me, y'all. I got 2 right there. Get my electrical connectors, all that good stuff. I'm really not a fan of where the outlets at for this thing, but gotta make it do what I gotta make it do what it do. So I would like to plumb the regulator directly into the pump, but I'm prepared to run a hose if I have to. I feel like I gotta sneeze, y'all. So that's what I'm doing now, about to get the fittings in, and you know, I got a -10 over. I mean, oh my goodness, that ain't it. 8 O-ring, 2. Yeah, not here it is. Here it is. 10 O-ring to 3/8 NPT. Cause on the regulator it's a 3/8 NPT. So I'm gonna see if I can get it to set right. For the sake of space, it'll be good if I can. if I can get the regulator to just go straight in there, that'll be good. So basically, it'll be like that, you know, straight in there like that. And then you just come out my block. So, cause with these, you can use either one for an outlet. So my thought process is take the bracket off, put it straight in like my Hollywoods with the adapter fitting, which I mean, it'll be probably out like that. And I can come out right here. So I can make it look clean going out to the nitrocylinder, the fuel cylinder, but I gotta see where this is set. So we're gonna be a lot of back and forth. I gotta see how this is set, cause this is the return that goes back to the tank right here. And this has a bypass regulator for the return, but we're gonna block that off, which is why we got this. So that goes in that, the plug fitting. So I'm gonna get the fittings in here, cause no matter what, I ain't gonna fully tighten that one, but this one I am, cause it's just gonna have to have a fitting anyway, cause that's the, no, I'm sorry. Yeah, we're gonna tighten this one up, cause that's the inlet. This one, I'm gonna kind of a rough mock up to see how that thing gonna sit, especially with the return line. So I'm gonna screw the return fitting in right here loosely, and we're gonna screw it in right here, and then we're gonna put it up there and see where we at. Like, see if we got any, you know, any conflict. So let's get that done. BCG fam, there's been a lot of pondering, a lot of stuff that got took out. As y'all can see, the shop finna be in shambles, but I'm finna hold up on this for today, cause I gotta run this customer's carburetor. I got the Bible reading conference call tonight. There's a few things I gotta do that's of higher importance than this. And I'm at a standstill anyway. I'm gonna kind of straighten up well, I ain't gonna leave my stuff on the floor, but I'm gonna leave all that right there, have to go back in it. But this where I'm at, so this just a rough mock-up. I had the regulator over here one time, just seeing, had the line routed over here. It was smoother, it looked smoother for the fuel cylinder, but it put the return so low that I'm scared that if it does a wheel stand and then it come up and suspension to meet the line, basically, long story short, it's a fire hazard, so that's a no-go. So we moved it back over here, which was about really in the same spot the other one was. It was just lower. And this gonna be the final spot, cause everything looked good. The return gonna kick out like that. We're gonna have a super short dash 8 hose. I wish I could use this, cause it's really the perfect length, but there's no way I would be able to use 90s. This thing got two 90 ends on it. But other than that, it would be like the perfect length. And see, if I cut this off right there, then the hose would be too short to use. So I don't know. But I might take it off and try it and see where to hit. But I'm pretty sure, just looking at it, if I cut this end off, it's just gonna be too short. No questions asked. So it's gonna need a straight and a 90. It's gonna run in smooth, so it's gonna come out the tank, go in the pump right here. And no, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry, I'm tripping. Out to the regulator. But no, this gotta have a 90. I don't know, I'm getting confused. This gotta have a 90. This gonna kick out through here, which I just put an order in for next day. So I need I got a 150 degree and a 180 degree. So the 180 fitting will kick over like this. It's a complete U. If it's too sharp, then I got the 150, which come out the U just a hair. So this gonna have a 180 or 150 degree fitting on it. This a 90, so it'll be a little sharper turn. Then the hole's gonna come through like this, which, you know, you can't see. It'll fit, that dash 8 actually will fit through there. So I'm gonna either kick it through there, which, like I said, that's what I'm thinking, or it either gonna come up high. It's gonna come up high like that and run into the run into the 150. But either way, it's coming out the tank, gonna run up through there. Then it gonna come out and come into the regulator. It's gonna come out to 90 and just come up right in here like that, just boom. And then this gonna be capped. That's the outlet. And then this the return is gonna come out. Cause see, this hole's gonna be right here. So this one gonna run around the holes right there. It's gonna run around right up in here. And then we're gonna have another 180, which will come down like that, another U, depending on how sharp it is. If it run into that, then we're gonna have the 150 and it'll kick out about right there. So it's gonna all look smooth. I know it sounds crazy, but once it all get put together, it'll be smooth looking. So that's why I had to buy some fittings. So this where we at, we stopping right here. I mean, I ain't gonna, like I said, I can't do no more with this right now. But tomorrow we'll for sure have this thing ready. I start making hoses up when the when the fittings come in. I just hope they come in a timely manner. But like I said, this when you're doing fuel systems and stuff, it's time consuming. It is time consuming, man, because you got to really think everything out. And once you done it, that's it. Once you make them hoses up, unless you bought the reusable fittings, it's over with. But really still, just good rule of thumb, once you make them, it's done. So I'm going to get this stuff straightened up, then get the customer's carb on so I can run it right quick. So I'm not scrambling for the car, basically. So y'all stay tuned. BCG fam, we back at it. Waiting on the truck to get here so I can get the 2 fittings, make these lines up. Once I get these lines made up, it's gonna be down here. So that's my attack plan. Dry fit like this, make the lines up, make sure, connect them all, make sure I like it well, you know, measure them and all that. But once the end's on and I got all the hoses made up, then I'm gonna remove all of this, put the fittings in permanently, which I got a Teflon tape this one, which we're gonna use thread paste. I don't like using Teflon tape. Not on things like that, like this, but so we're gonna have to coat these threads on this one. This one don't, they use O-ring fittings. Then once I mount everything, it's gonna be down here. It just connect some hoses. So I'm gonna go ahead and make this hose cause I do have both of the fittings for this. These gonna stay, the ones I had. So we about to make a hose up right here, which I'm about to pop this end on, pop this 90 on and make that up. Then we're gonna take it over, tighten it down and measure it and see what we need and make the cut. So let's do that. I'll see it, BCG fam. It's another day. Y'all know these things be combined, boy. I've been, this is, day 3, messing with the fuel system. Only because of my time, man. I don't be having time to just stay on it. I don't have time to just stay on it. That's some of the reason too why I don't do work for the public. Cause I get asked all the time, man. Every week, somebody want me to work on their car. Every week. And I don't do nothing besides carburetors. I don't make no exception. I ain't doing no work. For one, cause people are hard to deal with. They start out good. It always start out good until it ain't. So I just don't, I ain't doing it. But let me get this hood off. So I can show y'all what I did. I came here last night and I was determined. I was in here late last night cause baby girl, well not baby girl, the oldest, Shell, she had some band stuff. So we had to go tend to that in the evening and that pushed her back. So me and wife had to finish working out. I read with people, I read the Bible with people trying to learn and do that. I do that with individuals. So, you know, it was just a busy day. And I had to come here late last night because I'm like, I got to at least get the hoses made. If I get the hoses made, everything else down here. So we're going to be wrapping up today for sure. So we're going to be trying this out in a few. So I gotta take everything loose, and we gotta put the fittings in, the Teflon tape, and really secure the fitting. So I'm gonna show y'all what I did though. Let me get the hood off, and I'm very pleased with how everything came out. It turned out exactly like I envisioned. I made all these hoses up last night. If you're on my Facebook, I did stories, little stories, which the stories, Facebook stories disappear, but I record stories and show stuff I be doing, cause it just be like quick right there. And I use my metal glasses to do it. But y'all can see, I got everything. It's not tightened down, cause I gotta put the fittings in there. And I'm gonna change these. These were the older fittings that came out the old regulator, but I actually had some new, some leftovers. So we're gonna put some new fittings in it, put the blocks, and we gotta put some thread sealant tape for the regulator. These fittings screw straight in. I think I actually already got them tight in the pump, cause they just O-ring fittings. But we have to put the block in right there for the bypass, cause we won't be using it. But look, that's how it look. So you got your inlet. I had to bend the bracket some. I did that a little at a time to stretch it out so it wouldn't be so tight. But I might put the storage together and let y'all see the video, cause I showed how to make AN holes and stuff too. But it all being vertical. I might put all that together, give y'all a vlog like that. So it'll be jumping around, but understand, cause it's storage. But the 150s came in yesterday, which I needed. This is 150. I ordered some 150 bins and 180s. The 180s were too deep, and that's why I ordered both, just in case. So it's a 150 right here and a 150 down there, right there. So I had to make a new hose. I put a 90 right there. Then it goes into a 150. That's the inlet. Then it comes out right here, a 90 to a straight. And then this the return. The return goes around there just like, everything just worked out perfect like I visioned, and comes up right there for the fuel return. Now I'm gonna cut this and shorten this, cause I got a lot of slack. I can make this shorter, but I'm gonna do that literally last. That's gonna be the last thing I do. So what we about to do now is take everything off. We're gonna disconnect the hoses. We're gonna take this off first, then put the fittings in, and mount it for its permanent location. We're gonna mount it. I probably put some blue Loctite on it too, just in case, cause I know it's a lot of vibration right here. So I might put some blue Loctite on it, just to be on the safe side. And then we're gonna take the pump down, put all the fittings in it, just double check. I think I got the fittings tight in there, but I still gotta put that in there. And then we're gonna button it down. Or better yet, we're gonna button the pump down first, cause it'll be easier. I have more hand room. So I'm gonna get all this off. We're gonna get the fitting screwed in, and then we're gonna be mounting everything, hooking it up. I'm gonna go ahead and connect the wire, which if I would have been thinking, I could have just left some. I ain't wanna make it short on the Holly fuel pump though. I ain't wanna cut the wire short. But we're gonna have to cut that off, and then run it down now and butt connect it together. So let's do all that. We're finna make it happen. So this is where we at. I gotta take a break, cause I gotta read the Bible with somebody now at 2 o'clock. I'm real here in a few. Well, it's 2 now, so. But we got the fittings all in with thread sealant. Said gonna let that dry. Let that dry up anyway, fully dry. Which the heat, it'll be dry here by the time I come back out. Then we're gonna mount everything. So I got my blue Loctite. I got the fittings. I just put in the fuel pump. I got this in the car, cause I just absolutely do not want it to slide out. Y'all see I had to bend that bracket. Worked it just a little time. But I got the fittings fully tight. These are O-ring style fittings. So if you do get this pump, get O-ring style fittings. Not those kind. Those aren't O-ring style, which is why they need Teflon tape. But this pump uses O-ring style fittings. Now right here, which your gauge goes, which I didn't mean to get this. I wanted one that's just a straight block off, but it's cool. I just run a gauge right there, fuel pressure gauge, which you can run right there or right there, your choice. You're gonna have to put thread sealant tape or liquid thread sealant right there. So then I still gotta put my oil pressure gauge, which ain't no pressure on that. I might do that next week sometime, but this is where we at. When I get finished reading, we're gonna come back and we're gonna mount everything in its final location after I put that gauge in there, and then we're gonna hook everything up and see what happens. Alrighty, BCG fam, we back at the house. Look what I end up with. I had to go by O'Reilly's, man. And I said, let me take this, cause they got a Mr. Gasket one, different brand. And they did a price match for me, so got a little cheaper. Well, a lot cheaper than what the one at AutoZone was, a lot cheaper. So we're gonna put this in. Let me see. This is I figured. I kind of thought, I said that joker too big. Too big. We ain't gonna put that in. Back to the original plan then, y'all. I don't know what. I do know. You would have to put a L in it and set it off somewhere else. But we ain't doing all that. I ain't got time. We need to get this finished. So I just take that back. Good thing I did. Just get this. Get a plug fitting. Cause man, I ain't got time to be doing all that. The flow gauge, the flow gauge is gonna be what you go by anyway. The gauge on the flow tube. This gauge right here was not gonna read accurate no way. Whether it's right there or right there, it wasn't gonna read accurate. If I wanted to, I could put that gauge right there, but I ain't worried about it. So I got some extra plugs, so. We're gonna get this, some thread sealant tape on here, and then we got all the fittings tight. I'm gonna go ahead and crimp the end on this. I'm gonna go ahead and crimp a loop on this so we have it ready to put right there on the bolt. And I'm gonna strip this. I'm gonna strip this some more, and then we're gonna see what we're gonna make it happen basically. I'm not gonna make the final connection with the power wire until I absolutely make sure we have no leaks. Once I make sure all the fittings and connections are still tight, then I make the final connection. So y'all just stay locked in. Right, BCG fam, man. And wifey went up to Summit. Got the stuff I needed. I already done put it on. For some odd reason, the outlet fitting to the nitrous solenoid wouldn't leak. So I ain't touch it. I ain't mess with it. I guess I just laid that junk on so thick, just let it cure. Didn't have no choice, but the rest of them, whatever, it's some AccuAir Loctite, AccuAir Loctite sealant, thread sealant. It's a different type though. It's not the traditional red and blue. That's what they recommend. So I put it on there. Gotta let it cure 24 hours. So I'm absolutely not putting it on. I'm not mounting it back. I'm not hooking no lines up or nothing. But got a buddy of mine headed over. He bought a carburetor from me. So I'm gonna get that installed on his car. I'm just doing that for him since he close around the way. This Harley 700 I had built. He just got his car back going and stuff, so he bought a new dual line from me, cause this is what he had on there. And I'm not a fan of these, man. Putting the rubber holes in between, so he got something nice. He didn't have no filter either. They got a filter in it, so he grabbed that from me. So I'm waiting on him now. I mean, my work for the day, from my car done for the day. Me and wife got up this morning when he did that. And went up to Summit, met a couple of guys, watched the video, so good chatting with them. And I'm just ready to get this thing done, man. This project done took way more days than what I anticipated, only because of my schedule though, because I be having to start and stop and things of that nature. I gotta do this, we gotta work out today. Tonight, I I got to call a couple of people about Bible reading and stuff, and that's super important to me, teaching people and stuff. And, you know, so time gets stretched. So simple projects like this get stretched out sometimes across the course of days. And then, you know, had the sealant thing, which you don't want any problems on the nitrous side. But I was intending to actually go to the track today, but it wouldn't have worked out no way to go to the track. So, you know. But what we gonna do, once I get this fuel system together, get the nitrous flow with the nitrous express flow tool I got, we might put the radios on, go to Mexico, turn the progressive all the way down and just see how it take, and then, you know, go from there. But we'll see. We'll see how I'm feeling. But when he get here, I'm gonna turn y'all back on. All right, BCG fam, we tuning in, man. My buddy done pulled up. We're getting the carburetor switched over. You said it for sale?
Oh, no.
The engine. He said not just the engine. Maybe. He said somebody might want to buy it. But we're getting the Elderbrock off here, and it has a problem. Man, he was talking about it last night, but I'm gonna have to look into it, man. It's a mystery right now. But getting this off, the vacuum advance was unhooked, so y'all know losing some right there. Cause y'all know that advanced the timing when you leave that open. Unless you got that locked out, y'all, hook that up. It work on your pressure drop, your vacuum pressure drop, then it'll signal it. So we about to get this open. Well, everything did connected, so I'm about to take these 4 bolts off. We gotta take a plug out right there, cause it gonna hit. Put a new plug in it. Gonna be ready. Alrighty, BCG fam, man. Been slow rolling it, but got the carburetor on. Gotta put the throttle return spring, hook it up, hook the accelerator cable up. Then I'm gonna button it down. I'm gonna tighten the carburetor itself down, which I'm probably gonna go ahead and do that now. I was making his vacuum line. Well, we made new vacuum hoses. See, I always leave extra, like I tell y'all about the AN line, in case you know you want a little extra. But let me see, plug that back up. It's a little too big. I like them a little smaller. Worst case scenario, I might have them change that. This little, see how it'll probably give a signal, but still. This one, okay. So this to the transmission now. Have the distributor hooked up. I'm gonna button it down now. Then I'm about to cut his fuel line. It's too long, so we're gonna measure that, tape it, and then make the cut. This is an AN hose, but he didn't want to do the fittings, which I understand. It gonna add more, so we're just gonna slip it on there and clamp it back down. But gonna have it clean. See it frayed. I'm gonna have it cleaner. So I may leave the blue tape on there. It ain't gonna hurt to keep it from fraying. So let's do that. Gonna make the cut, get it buttoned down, and then we're gonna get some fuel up here. And all right, BCG fam, y'all see, we just popped the breather back on. Had to sell on wifey bracket. We had a problem with the bracket. His bracket would not work for this. We're finna kick it off. Oh, gotta hit it. I put a key. We got the 700 double pumper. They Malcolm Carb rebuilds Carb on here. Smooth install. Gonna put it in here. Drop of the key. It sounds good too. Sound good. Put it in, put it down and low. Put it down and low, see if it'll burn out. Try to power brake. All right, it'll power brake. Well, he good to go, y'all. He most definitely good to go. It's there. So, y'all stay locked in. All right, y'all, he out. Crank up, drop of the key, run good, man, and get on the tire. He is up out of here, running good, idling good. I can't wait to hear how it do. Cause he had some things I corrected and stuff, so I want to see how it do going down the road. Y'all see, he get on the tire easy. Y'all see, so he left his blessing in the driveway. But y'all, we finna close the shop up, and then me and wife got to work out. So y'all stay locked in. Alrighty, BCG fam, man, I forgot to close y'all out out here in the shop, about to get it in, about to work on some carburetors. Well, I got an 850. I got an 850 quick fuel I got to build. Well, I've been supposed to build it, but there ain't been no rush. I ain't got nobody asking for one right now, but I have nothing else to do at the moment, so this the one. This the one I'm gonna build. About to clean up. Nice carburetor. Gonna be for sale, $600. It's $900 carburetor, so $600, $910, I think what they call now, that one. So it's a good deal. I got that. I pretty much got bigger side carburetors right now available. I got that 850 quick fuel. I have this 950 Pro Form. I think I showed y'all. That's a customer's card, need to be picked up. I have this 830. I said 830. That's the 830. 870 CFM Street Avenger. Then I got the Holly 2-barrel I built on 2. And 2-barrel, $320 for that. 530 for this, 600 for this, and 600 for that one over there, that 850. Tell you why the 950 called that, because the 850 got more features than this one. And this is a 600 double pumper. It may be going to a customer, so I don't know, but if it doesn't, $420 for it. So that's what I got shaking. As far as the install on the fuel system, I know y'all ain't gonna see the whole thing, but y'all see the gist of everything. Ain't no need to keep stretching it out. Letting the fittings fully cure. So I have this back installed today, and I'm pretty positive that's gonna take care of the leaks. So I had this back on the car. I got about 4 more hours before it'll be ready. 4.5, somewhere up in there. Before it'll be a full 24 hours. Then I'm gonna pop that on. So it ain't gonna take long. Run the fuel back through it and see what we got. Hopefully it's good. And if it's good, I'll be starting another vlog and showing y'all the tuning process of flowing nitrous. But we got my buddy going, Box Chevy. He enjoying it, man. He said it was a great ride home. He loving it. So I'm happy. No, I'm not about to start working on people's cars. Absolutely not. I know a lot of people are, but I gave him my word that I would, and that's why I installed a carburetor for him. And while I was there, I just cleaned up some stuff. I installed a new dual feed line, which I have many. So I hooked him up with a new dual feed line with a filter on it, because he didn't have a filter in between his fuel pump and carburetor, which I always recommend my customers have. So I installed that. I gave him some new carburetor studs, cause I have extra of a lot of stuff. So I gave him installing some new carburetor studs. He had just kind of mixed-match stuff, and they needed changing. So I changed them out, cut his fuel holes, made it shorter so it's cleaner. It's a cleaner look. Then he didn't have his throttle bracket. His throttle cable bracket wasn't right. It was binding up against the accelerator pump. And at first I was going to use one of the little old school chrome ones they sell on the performance side, but I'm like, man, I'm not going to do this. And he ultimately was going to buy a new one. So I said, well, we got the one off wifey car that just sitting right there. And he bought that one, and I'm going to order her another one today to replace it, so he could go and have everything he need. Cause he was missing a part he needed with his bracket too. so he can have everything he needed hooked up and installed correctly. So that's what we did, and carburetor worked like a charm. I didn't have to adjust it. It was like out of the box right the way I sold it to him. And I was glad to do that so I can show people too, in real world, if everything else is right on your car, the carburetor is gonna work like a charm. You know, every blue moon you have guys might say this happened, this or that happened. But like I tell people all the time, a lot of the times it's not the carburetor, it's just that the carburetor will show you that you have a problem somewhere. If your timing is off and it's backfiring, where is it gonna backfire through? The carburetor. It'll show you in the exhaust. But it'll make people think the carburetor wrong. The carburetor just showing you got a problem. It's 2 to 3 things a carburetor do when you know it's a carburetor. No questions asked. If your fuel pressure too low or too high, the carburetor will show you have a problem, but it's not the carburetor. If it's too high, it's gonna flood and the floats can't regulate it. The needle and seat, I mean, it can't regulate the pressure and it's gonna flood in the carburetor. Don't mean the carburetor messed up. Your fuel pressure too high. Fuel pressure too low, the carburetor can idle and then cut off, or to run out of fuel as you're driving car. It don't have enough fuel in the bowl. So it's just, you know, different things. But when you got everything like it should be, just like he did, all his time was on point. I said, like I told him, whoever installed it did an amazing job. They did a clean install. It was a good job. And put my carburetor on that I built for him and didn't have to touch nothing. It fired up first hit of the key. Soon as the fuel got up there, it fired up, idle. Had to bring the idle down, which that's typical of carburetors I sell because I run them on wifey car. And wifey car has a nice size camshaft in it. So, you know, the bigger the camshaft, you have to kind of you have to keep the idle a little higher than normal because you want to keep the lifters oiled and stuff. But, so all I had to do was bring the curb idle down and then he was good. And it got plenty of power. So, yeah, man, I'm happy he happy. Say they're going to wrap this vlog up, man. I'm about to clean the carburetor, get to it, and just, you know, just enjoy the day, man. So I appreciate y'all. I'm going to catch y'all later. BCG, we out.